quick so I can break the flag down to you, because some people wanted to know the meaning of the flag and the symbols on the flag. This is the beautiful site, FBA, officialfba.com. All right, this is foundationalblackamericans.com, officialfba.com, okay? We got a lot of good stuff going on this site, a lot of historic pictures of foundational Black Americans. This is where you can get the flag. It's only $9. We made it very affordable so everybody can get. We're showing beautiful foundational Black Americans, the astute, the brothers and sisters who was on the plantation, some of the Black folks who were mixed with Native and who were Native. That's another thing. Right here, you can get the FBAC conference on video. We got the t-shirts right here. We got some more foundational Black Americans right here. Beautiful site talking about our lineage, but let's break this down. Let's break down the flag, because some people have been asking about it. People are talking about, what about the Pan-African flag? All right, what about it? We talking about us. We're a distinct lineage. So let's talk about our flag. Let's talk about what our flag is about and what it means. Okay, now the 3 stars you see on the top of the flag, okay? Those 3 stars, that represents the ethnic group that would become foundational Black Americans. That's us. It represents the 3 groups who make up foundational Black Americans, okay? It represents the 3 groups that make us up, okay? Number 1, the Black Aboriginal people who are already here. That's 1. As we know, almost every Spanish explorer, Italian explorer, French explorer, they all saw Black-ass people on this land. This is why they were calling people Indio, Negro, Moor, Ethiopian. They were saying all of this stuff about the people they saw because a lot of the people here looked like regular Black people. You had the red people as well. There were different ethnic looks, but people who looked like us were already here. So that's one group. The second group that would come here to North America were the Black explorers, okay? The Black explorers who looked like us, who would come over from Africa, who would come over from Spain, the Moors would come over here. We have proof of that where you have Moors like Idrisi, who has a map that shows part of the North American, South American continent. They have these, I don't want to say primitive, but these maps that look somewhat abstract by today's standards. But people like Idrisi, who's a Moor, they had maps that showed this part of the world in the 10th century, okay? And again, this is why the Moors knew how to tell the Spanish what was over here. This is why California was named after a Black woman. This is what California, that name has an Islamic connotation, Califia. That's an Islamic connotation. We know the Moors were Islamic. And this is where the Spanish knew that gold was over here. When they came here, they said they were looking for gold. If they were looking for gold, somebody must have told them the gold was here. Who told them? It was the Moors, okay? This is why when the Spanish came over, they would bring all of these Moorish tour guides with them. Columbus came with the Nino brothers. The Nino brothers were guiding his ship. One of the ships was owned by a Moor, the Nino brothers, okay? Look all this stuff up. This is very well documented. This is why they brought over Estevanico the Moor, and he knew all these different Native American languages. How did this nigga know all of these damn languages? That means he must have been here before. Okay? So the explorers who were here. And then the third group that makes up foundational Black Americans are the African people who came in captivity. So all 3 of those groups, and that's very well documented. We know that. We know about the slave ships and all that. I'm not one of these people that deny the slave trade. That's ridiculous, okay? We got to put it all together. We've been here for all 3 groups amalgamating together for 500 years. So there's a mixture there. And that makes up us. That makes up foundational Black Americans, okay? So we got to understand that. Now, the fist. that we see on the foundational Black American flag, that's almost self-explanatory. That represents the non-stop fight that we've engaged in against white supremacy. That battle started in 1526. That fist, you know what that means. That's that Black Power fist. We've been fighting white supremacy the minute we got here, okay? We've been fighting white supremacy the minute we got here. Got it? All right, now some people have asked about the olive branches right here, okay? Those olive branches, that represents the peace and the camaraderie that the captive Black people and the Black people who would become Maroons, the captive Black people and the Maroons, the camaraderie we had with the Aboriginal people here. We had a camaraderie with them initially until the white supremacists started kind of getting to some of them. But we had a camaraderie. We fought together. We fought white supremacy together. So there was a camaraderie with the Aboriginal people here. Okay? We're going deep. This is what we need to understand history. See, everything has to have meaning and significance. Let's go back to the flag. This is the white background. That represents systematic white supremacy lurking in the background at all times, and we're being cognizant of that. That white background, let me show, here we go. The white background means white supremacy is always there, but we're still active against it in the foreground. All of this stuff that's going on top of white supremacy means that we're not surrendering to it. We're not surrendering to it. Hit that thumbs up button, y'all. We getting heavy tonight. And then let's get here to the red, white, and blue scheme of the flag. That even has significance. The red, white, and blue scheme of the flag, that's to pay homage to the foundational Black American teen girl, Grace Wisher, who helped craft the current United States flag. As we know, as some of y'all don't know, the person who helped craft the current flag that's flying over America was a foundational Black American girl named Grace Wisher. The red, white, and blue is to pay homage to her. Okay? That's to pay homage to her. We're acknowledging her. She's our Betsy Ross. See, they gave props to Betsy Ross for sewing that flag, the one with the circles. They love giving props to her, but they've made this little Black girl who helped craft the modern flag, they made her disappear out of history, okay? And finally, guys, the 9 red stripes, okay? 9 red stripes. There are actually 9 red stripes here. It looks like 8, but there's a 9th one behind that fist. Now, on the smaller version of the flag, you can see all 9 things because you can see all 9 stripes because the fist is up here for the smaller flag. The moderated flag is a little different just because of the size, but there are 9 stripes, okay? And the 9th stripe is behind the fist on the main version of the flag. Now, that has significance. The 9 stripes represent the 9 significant slave uprisings and rebellions that happened on this land, okay? There were 9 significant slave rebellions on this land that helped change and shape some of the policies. Number 1, the San Miguel del Aguape, that was 1526. Number 2, the New York Slave Revolt, 1712. Number 3, the Chesapeake Rebellion, 1730. This is when a lot of the enslaved brothers and sisters ran into the Great Dismal Swamp. Number 4, the Stono Rebellion, 1735. The brothers killed a lot of white folks down there. They were trying to get to Georgia. They did not make it. Number 5, the Gabriel Prosser Rebellion. That's 1800. Number 6, the German Coast Uprising in the area that would become New Orleans. That's 1811. Number 7, the Denmark-Vesey Rebellion, 1822, as we know down there in South Carolina. Number 8, the Nat Turner Rebellion. Okay, that's 1831. And number 9, which is the most significant, guys, that's the Black Seminole Maroon Wars that went from 1816 to 1842. And that's the hidden one. Okay, that's the one that's really hidden, and that's the most significant one, and that's the most successful one. Okay? So when you look at the flag, put all of these things in context. And I'll go into the Seminole thing a little bit later on the broadcast tonight. I'll go into the Seminole thing. But the Seminole War, the Black Maroon Seminole War, that is hands down the most significant, the most extensive, and the most successful. There are a lot of lies being told about the Seminole War, and all of that is going to tie into what's going on today. Okay, we're going to get heavy tonight, family. Remind me of that. But when you look at this beautiful flag, understand the history that goes with it. This is the history and the significance of it. Okay?